Thank you for having us. Before we begin and get into the meat of the discussion, I would like to start with this where, so how do we unlock the value from the data? Uh, I tend to believe that the good decision can only be made by listening to patient, researcher, and clinician. But the challenge remains, which is how do we unlock this data, which is trapped, which has been the genesis of MetaBio. At its core, MetaBio is a data contextualization engine. Now, there's a lot going on behind the scene, from modern data stack to NLP to deep learning. But the intent is that this platform is capable of taking any type of data, be that structure, semi-structure, or structure, and be able to contextualize that for downstream analytical purpose. As we look back, so the question is, what were our motivation for MetaBio? I guess the platform can be applied in many areas, but I think some of the examples listed here are pretty general, but hopefully you can relate to it. Sorting through this information, if we can principally agree that it takes time, and there's a lot of unstructured information out there. So some of these techniques can be applied in the early discovery or target discovery, and even on the clinical side of the house. And prior approaches to a large extent are still very manual. Be that searching or trying to make sense out of that data, and still most or some of this data is still siloed, and not only that it's siloed, it may be in a different format, it may be in a different language, and so how do you sort through all of this? Has been our genesis behind MetaBio. As we reflect back on some of our genesis, I think the opportunity presented itself. Now, there could have a number of ways we could have approached this, but we felt that there's an opportunity to implement a generalized search and catalog and curation process with an intent that anyone across the value chain can find relevant data for their analytical purpose, and that's how essentially this began. And we were pretty intentional about what we want the system to do. That is, regardless of where the data sits, format, language, and so forth. Can we contextualize that? Can we augment the data harmonization, normalize it? Can we bring relevance? And not only that, can we enable collaboration across different functions? With that, I'm going to hand it over to Abdul Shaik, who will talk about the internals of how the system works. Thank you.
Thank you, Shah. Let's look at how MetaBio works. At high level, MetaBio has 4 different engines: data acquisition, index curation, contextual, and consume. Data acquisition engine is powered by a state-of-the-art data platform, which crawls, harmonizes the data, and integrates into data lake. Index and curation engine takes all the data, indexes, and centralizes so that unified search experience is possible. Contextualize and consume are the 2 areas that differentiate our MetaBio from other industry search and discovery platforms. Let's look at the contextualized layer, our engine. So it is precision-trained deep learning ML model that captures the medical context and comprehension. This is not only trained for understanding the medical comprehension from the industry standard perspective, but it is precision trained to understand institutional knowledge of Regeneron. Consume layer is another area where we have put a lot of an effort to redefine how the search and discovery experiences need to be. The consume layer is, of course, NLP-based search engine that provides a natural language-based experience that user can come and then do search. Apart from that, there are two more things that we have added to MetaBio. One is the signal framework. That means anything and everything you do search, the platform takes that as a feedback and increases your experience. So personalizes your experience so that next time when you come, it knows you better. It's almost like a personal assistant for each and every individual users. Knows about your search, your pattern, how you discover, and what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, and what you meant by something and what you're not meant by something. The other aspects that we have added in MetaBio is action framework. So anything and everything you discover doesn't stop discovering it, but also taking an action in it, action on top of it. That means if you discover a data, you can take that data and then continue an analytics using that data into choice of your platform. If you discover your report, go open that report and start doing an analytics. So it's an action interface that we have created on top of just search and discovery. Let's look at underlying technology stack of MetaBio. If you look at the diagram in the middle from the bottom to up, MetaBio process all kind of data, structure, unstructured, semi-structured, and sensor. On top of it, we have industry standard technologies that acquires the data, extracts the metadata, and then the context out of this data, prepare and process the data so that it is analytical ready, and have a state-of-the-art reporting and analytical solutions. That on top of that, we have layer of frameworks and technologies that not only brings AI, ML, industry standard algorithms and models, but enables us to curate Regeneron specific AI and ML models. These are very important, as you see in previous slide. This is what empowers our contextualize and consume layer. Top layer is what we have focused on consumption, our experiences, how user consumes and consumes the data, discovers the data, actions the data. The top layer is where we have defined in our platform that part of the solution. Let's look at the potential benefits of MetaBio. MetaBio enables faster data discovery. Faster analysis of data translates into faster outcomes, removes months of backlog, and helps accelerate the data discovery time. The MetaBio is designed as a self-service data exploration on-demand tool. That means all analytical and data exploration capabilities put in hands of data scientists and analysts, which enables us data scientists and analysts to quickly extract the important information that could potentially lead into new treatment pathways. The MetaBio is a broad, flexible platform. It can be used with a broad set of analytical use cases across the business, regardless of data types, size, or type of an experimentation. This also enables to break the data silos, connects the dot, increases data awareness, increases the data literacy across an organization, enables business to quickly look for a data, consume the data. Let's look at the use cases of MetaBio at Regeneron. In the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, obtaining a near real-time information, published data related to COVID-19 was critical. New data sources were constantly emerging from all the corners of the world in many different formats with few standards. The MetaBio platform is able to pre-establish relevance in the disparate COVID-19 data sets sourced from all over the globe, bring it together in one place so that researchers can easily navigate and explore the data features interest to them and perform the analysis. The next use case is from our research team. Our research team uses in-house system to register all plasmids and produce proteins, antibodies, and T cell receptors, various domains used across Regeneron in single place. They needed an enhanced search solution to help discover, contextualize, and understand the relevance of the data, and then take an action on desired datasets. MetaBio provided the platform to accelerate the development of advanced search functionality, and then they were able to deliver within 6 months. I think without this platform, it would have taken a lot more time because of all the predefined context and other ML AI models that this platform brings to this use case. Our next use case is about site feasibility. Our clinical operations has a site feasibility process to evaluate the possibility of conducting clinical trials or studies at particular site. This process aims to ensure that the processed clinical site can conduct the trials within the budget and timeline and maintain the data integrity and participant safety. As more clinical trial activities are expected to be conducted in the coming years, we wanted to identify a method to improve the manual process and accelerate the site feasibility assessment process. The MetaBio platform was used to better connect and centralize the data across a broad range of data sources, improve a data discovery through an easy search interface, and improves their ability to involve and communicate to multiple cross-functional stakeholder and improves the site feasibility assessment process, workflow management through MetaBio platform. The fourth use case that we have is with our regulatory intelligence team. When the regulatory intelligence team went about gathering a relevant regulatory intelligence, the team would manually scan through the scientific literature and publications, social media, and regulatory agencies to collect and analyze publicly available regulatory information and extracts the intelligence from it. Before MetaBio, this was highly manual process and took weeks to curate and analyze the data. MetaBio automated the process of gathering the data sources and curated and contextualized the data for easy and near real-time analysis, enabling the team to communicate timely information to the stakeholder to inform critical decision making. With that, thank you. That was my last slide. We wish you all the best for rest of the Activate conference. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to Shah and me if you have any additional questions. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.